welcome back to my channel. Today I have a hopefully fun and interesting video of my random K-pop thoughts. These are all just little innocent questions or little tidbits that I have about the idols themselves, or maybe even some people that they work with. I feel like most of these are things that most people probably wouldn't think about or at least talk about on a day-to-day basis, so maybe I can leave you with some questions of your own, or maybe you can answer some of my questions. Anyways, let's get to it. Starting off, I've seen some people say before that they wonder what idols do when they're doing these 5-hour concerts and they have to pee. And my answer to that is, have you seen the amount of sweat they are producing on stage? There's no pee left in their bodies. But I do know that a lot of idols will rent their clothes that they're wearing, especially from bigger brands, and I kind of wondered what would happen whenever they get all the sweat on the clothes and they have to give them back. Like, what's the process for this? Do the stylists have to, like, bring it to the dry cleaners before they give it back to the brands? Do the brands rinse out the clothes knowing they're gonna get them back all sweaty and nasty? Just always a question I wondered. Another thing I always wondered are, how are trainees treated at school? Are they seen as wannabes and kind of shoved to the side? Are they put on a pedestal and seen as these really like cool and talented people? Do people like want to get close to them and see what happens with them? Another thing I always wondered, are there trainees that go to schools that aren't like performing arts schools? I know a lot of idols will go to like really popular performing arts schools, and they'll either get casted there or the company will put them there, but what about the companies that don't have the money, or the parents that don't have the money to put them in these schools? What happens then? I wonder if there's a difference in the way they are treated at performing arts schools and just your average middle or high school. What's the criteria to be a manager? I always wondered this because it seems like such an awkward job to have, and it seems like one of those things where there are certain criteria, but they're not gonna announce it to the public sort of thing. One of the biggest things I always wondered is if there's like a family aspect to it. Like, I seriously doubt these companies are telling these people that you're not allowed to have a family if you're going to be a manager. But with how often they're away from home and how often they have to travel with these idols, I kind of wonder if it's implied that you should apply for these jobs without having a family. Another thing is a certain body type. I've seen a lot of managers seem to be bigger people in general and seem to be able to take a punch or a hit or, you know, just be able to protect the idols if they need to. So I also wonder if that is one of the things that these companies look at while hiring them. It's just a thought I've always had, and it seems like one of those things that you probably can't look up, but probably there are some secret rules behind the scenes. This one might be a bit of a dumb question, and somebody that works with film could probably answer this for me, but what do the production crews do with all this smoke that happens in the music videos and on stages? Like, there are some music videos that are so smoky, even in the scenes that aren't necessarily supposed to be, and in completely closed off rooms and buildings. I just kind of wondered if they like air it out every couple of minutes, if they just step out of the room with everybody. Like, it just can't be safe to be around all that smoke all the time, and I'm sure they have precautions for it, but I just kind of wonder what it is. It just seems a little bit redundant to air out the room every couple of minutes, but maybe they just step outside and like take a smoke break. Okay, this one I think is pretty interesting. How do idols get their news? Especially about other idols and sometimes even their friends in the industry. I just wonder if it's like a through the grapevine sort of thing, or if they find out when everybody else does when the articles drop. It just seems hard to believe that some of these idols that seem to be really great friends wouldn't tell them about stuff that is going on, especially huge news like a disbandment or a huge comeback announcement or just something that would be interesting news. But at the same time, if I was an idol and somebody told me something huge like that, I would absolutely let it slip. I would be the person to spoil somebody else's comeback by accident, and I just kind of wonder if there are like rules and regulations, and it's like, oh, I have big news, but I can't tell you yet. Do idols have work evals? This especially goes to the idols that produce, and even more so for other groups. Is there a way to get in contact with them without going through their company, or do you have to go through the company to get to them? Obviously, these idols aren't just announcing their email to the world, so I wonder if there's like a secret website or something people go to, like, I want Soyeon to produce a song for me, I'm gonna contact her through this. This one has a little bit more to do with K-pop itself, but out of all of these extremely dangerous stunts that some idols have decided to pull off, why have they never decided to just do a simple cheer stunt? Like, out of all of the dangerous things that they have done, they never sat there and thought, there seems to be some stunts that are really well thought out and have been done for years and years and years. Maybe we should try this. Just like with all the cheerleading concepts and stuff like that some groups have done, never once did somebody think, maybe we should do a simple cheer stunt with this, especially with big groups like Twice and wjsn who have both done cheerleading concepts. Nobody ever thought, yeah, we should throw Nayeon up in the air. Another kind of simple one, but do idols have to take signature classes? I don't know about you, but I have some horrible handwriting, and I just know my signature would look like crap, especially if I had to sign it professionally, and I just always wondered, and this goes for all celebrities, like, is there just like a sit down that they do with somebody that has amazing handwriting? They're like, okay, this is how you do this. Okay, that's all I have for today. Hopefully I got your minds turning a little bit, and maybe you can even answer some of my little random questions. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks so much for watching. See y'all next time.